Do you want to be able to control the dice? Watch the joy of your fellow companions as you turn their miss into a hit. Watch the DM facepalm when you turn his big bad monster into a helpless little kitten. Well, I have a build for you today. Let me introduce you to the Luck Tamer. This is an awesome multi-class that does many things to help the party. First, they can make the party hit more often. Second, they can make the bad guys miss more often. Third, throw into control spells and some good party utility. All your party members will be smiling from ear to ear. So get ready to control the dice. Change the fate of the game. Let's get started. Let's start with stats. We are going to pick point by. Focus on putting points into charisma, dexterity, and intelligence. Strength will be the dump stat. As for the race, we are going to pick the Lightfoot Halfling. You get a charisma score increases by 1, supplementing the standard halfling trait of a +2 bonus to dexterity. Also, you are naturally stealthy. Lightfoot halflings are adept at moving quietly and can attempt to hide even when they are obscured only by a creature that is at least one size larger than them. You are brave as a halfling, meaning courage runs deep within the halfling race. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened, illustrating the valor and determination of Lightfoot halflings. You have halfling nimbleness, meaning your size doesn't hinder your mobility. You can move through the space of any creature that is of a size larger than yours, showing the Lightfoot halfling's natural agility and nimbleness. And finally, we get our first dice-changing ability, Lucky. Halflings have incredible fortune. When you roll a 1 on a d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die but must use the new roll. This reflects the Lightfoot halfling's knack for luck and serendipity. The main drawback to a halfling is you have no dark vision and you can only move 25 feet per turn. However, if you buy a mastiff as a mount, you will be swiftly running around the battle at 40 feet per turn. As for background, we are going to take the Wild's Pacer background that will give us the feat Tough. With Tough, your hit point maximum increases by an amount equal to twice your level when you gain this feat. Whenever you gain a level thereafter, your hit point maximum increases by an additional 2 hit points. Level 1. 1 level into Bard. You get Bardic Inspiration, which gives you a d6 die to add to the number rolled to 1 ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be given to yourself or one of your companions as a bonus action. The die becomes a d8 at 5th level, a d10 at 10th level, and a d12 at 15th level. You also get 3 skills and 3 instrument choices. I would recommend taking Stealth, Perception, and Performance. Or you can take another charisma ability such as Deception, Persuasion, or Intimidation. You get 2 cantrips and 4 spells at this level. For the first cantrip you need to take is Vicious Mockery. This is where you insult the enemy, make them cry, and make them have to pass a wisdom save. On a failed wisdom saved, the enemy takes 1d4 damage and has disadvantage on their next attack roll. This is when the DM rolls 2 dice and has to take the lowest of the 2 dices. As for the next cantrip, you can take Friends for social encounters, Minor Illusion to fool the enemy, or Prestidigitation if you want to do some awesome affects. The first spell we're going to take is Bane. Bane forces the enemy to make a charisma saving throw. If the enemy fails, they will have to minus a d4 from their attack rolls and their saving throws. When you mix this with Vicious Mockery, it gives the bard a 1-2 punch that will knock most monsters out of combat, turning them into weak little puppies that can't make a hit to save their life. The next spell we are going to take is Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire requires a group of enemies to make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, the enemy is coated with a bright light. The party has advantage against that monster, allowing them to roll 2 dice and take the highest roll. The next spell we are going to take is Silvery Barbs. Silvery Barbs allow us to use a reaction to magically distract a creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The creature must reroll the d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose one of our party members or ourselves and give them advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Finally, for the 4th spell, you can either take Healing Word for some healing or Dissonant Whispers for some control. Level 2. We take another level in Bard. At level 2 you get Jack of all trades, which will allow you to add half your proficiency bonus, rounded down, to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. Also, you get Song of Rest that allows you and the party to heal better during short rest by giving them an extra die to roll. As for the spell at this level, you can take another healing spell or a control spell. Spells such as Cure Wounds, Healing Word, Dissonant Whispers, or Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Level 3. We take another level in Bard. We are going to pick our Bard College, and in this case, we are going to pick the College of Lore. That is because the Lore Bard gets one of the most awesome abilities in the game. Cutting Words. Cutting Words is used against a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you. When that creature makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration. So if the GM rolls a critical hit, Cutting Words. When the monster hits the cleric about to kill him, Cutting Words. When that NPC is rolling an insight check to see if you are lying, Cutting Words. Also, at level 3 we get 3 additional skills. You get another charisma skill such as Dection or Persuasion, a knowledge skill such as Arcana, Sleight of Hand for pickpocketing that jewel of the merchant and trap removal, or animal handling for your mastiff. Along with the additional skills, you get Expertise, which means 2 of your skills will work even better with double proficiency. The spell we are going to take is Enhance Ability, which gives us advantage of 1 ability checks. Level 4. We take another level in Bard. At level 4 we are going to get a Game Changer. We are going to take the feat, Lucky. This is another nice dice changing ability. You have 3 luck points. Whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend 1 of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined. You choose which of the d20s is used for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can also spend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against you. Roll a d20 and then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours. Imagine the DM face when you force him to change his roll to a 1 using a lucky point after the dragon has hit you. As for a spell at level 4, you could take one of the control spells such as Hold Person, a damaging spell such as Shattered, or Detect Thoughts to get you the upper hand when dealing with a role-playing encounter. You also get another cantrip. You could pick Minor Illusion or Friends. Which either cantrip you did not pick at level 1. Level 5. We take another level in Bard. At level 5 you get Font of Inspiration. This allows you to get all your bardic inspirations back during a short rest or a long rest. We are also going to take Bestow Curse. Bestow Curse does the following. Choose 1 ability score. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. While the target is cursed, your attacks and spells deal an extra 1d8 necrotic damage to the target. Mid-levels. At level 6. We will take a level in Wizard. At this level, we are going to take 3 damaging cantrips of Firebolt, Shocking Grasp, and Ray of Frost. We are also going to put the following spells into our spellbook: Detect Magic, Feather Fall, Find Familiar, Identify, Magic Missile, and Shield. We are going to prepare Magic Missile, which gives us a damage spell that does not miss. Shield, which gives us a +5 to AC using a reaction. Finally, we are going to take Feather Fall, which will allow us to fall slowly. The big spell is Find Familiar. We can summon an Owl Familiar. The Owl Familiar has an ability called Flyby that allows them to move past the monster without provoking an opportunity attack. That means the owl can fly by the monster, touch him, and cast Bestow Curse on the monster. We can also use the Familiar to do a helping action. That means we can tell the Familiar to help the Barbarian, giving the Barbarian advantage on one of his attacks. At level 7. We will take another level of Wizard. We are going to take the Divination Wizard School. This will allow us to gain the Portent feature, allowing us to roll 2 d20s at the start of each day, and replace any roll made by a creature they can see with one of these pre-rolled dice. This ability provides excellent control potential, further enhancing their focus on altering dice outcomes to influence the game. This ability is as powerful as Cutting Words. One of the strongest uses of this ability is making the monster you are fighting fail its saves. For example, you are casting Hold Person and the bad guy makes his save. With one of your low portent rolls you can switch out the save for a failure. As for spells, pick a spell such as Thunderwave to knock the monster back. At level 8, we are going to take all the rest of the levels in Bard. We get a new Bard feature, Countercharm. As a 6th level Bard, you gain the ability to use your music to disrupt mind-influencing effects. By using your action to perform, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. Also, the Bard gets additional magical secrets at this level. You can learn 2 spells of your choice from any class. We are going to take Bless as our first spell. Bless is a spell that can help your allies in combat. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. As our second spell, we are going to take Mind Sliver. A psychic spell that targets one creature you can see. It must make an intelligence saving throw, taking 1d6 psychic damage and subtracting 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. Get another 3rd level spell of Hypnotic Pattern, one of the best control spells in the game. Cast the spell and watch all the DM monsters stare out into space. Level 9. At level 9 we will have access to our 4th level spells. You should consider taking Greater Invisibility, which will allow us to become invisible. This will allow us to have advantage on our attacks and the enemy to have disadvantage trying to attack us. Level 10. At Bard level 10, you gain an ability score improvement which is used to increase charisma for better spellcasting and skill effectiveness. We will be putting a +2 in charisma. The next spell to consider is Polymorph. This spell transforms a creature that you can see within range into a new form. The transformation lasts for the duration, or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies. Level 11. You learn to cast 5th level spells. Consider taking Synaptic Static. Creatures below an intelligence of 2 are not affected. However, creatures that are affected and fail their intelligence save take 8d6 psychic damage. Also, they have muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Level 12. At level 12, you get another use of magical secrets and can learn 2 spells from any class of your choice. Also, Bardic Inspiration dice increase to a d10, and you gain expertise in 2 more skills. Consider learning Contagion and Circle of Power. Contagion, a touch spell that afflicts a creature with a disease of your choice, blinding sickness, filth fever, flesh rot, mind fire, seizure, or slimy doom. Each of these diseases has a different detrimental effect on the target, providing a versatile choice of debuffs. This spell is usually highly resisted. However, you can use your dice abilities to cause the monster to fail. Circle of Power, this spell emanates from you, granting yourself and your allies within 30 feet advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Furthermore, when an affected creature succeeds on a saving throw made against a spell or magical effect that allows it to make a saving throw to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage if it succeeds on the saving throw. Also at this level, you get a new cantrip. You can take Light or Message if you want a good additional cantrip. High level. Level 13. At level 13, we are going to take 6th level Bard spells. You could learn Otto's Irresistible Dance or Mass Suggestion. Otto's Irresistible Dance, this spell forces a creature to dance, incapacitating them and giving them a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. Mass Suggestion, you suggest a course of activity and magically influence up to 12 creatures of your choice that you can see and that can hear and understand you. Level 14. At level 14, we are going to take the feat Bountiful Luck, which allows you to extend your luck to your allies, letting them re-roll ones. This is a powerful ability that will allow you to help your party members when they roll a 1. Level 15. At level 15 you can also learn another 6th level spell. Consider learning Force Cage. This spell creates an immobile, invisible, cube-shaped prison composed of magical force. Creatures within the cage can't leave it by non-magical means. Level 16. At level 16, you gain another use of magical secrets and the Bard feature Peerless Skill, which allows you to use your bardic inspiration on your own ability checks. Consider learning telekinesis and reverse gravity for their control potential. With telekinesis, you can move objects or creatures by thought. When you cast the spell, and as your action each round for the duration, you can exert your will on one creature or object that you can see within range. With reverse gravity, this spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Level 17. Reaching level 17, you gain Bardic Inspiration, D12, and access to 8th level Bard spells. You could learn Power Word Stun or Dominate Monster for their control capabilities. Power Word Stun. You speak a word of power that can overwhelm the mind of one creature you can see within range, leaving it dumbfounded. Dominate Monster. You attempt to beguile a creature that you can see within range. It must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration. Level 18. At level 18, you gain another ASI, which is used to maximize Charisma. You can also learn another 8th level spell. Consider taking Feeble Mind, a powerful debuff spell. Feeble Mind. You blast the mind of a creature that you can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect and personality. The target takes 4d6 psychic damage and must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma scores become 1. Level 19. At level 19, you gain access to 9th level Bard spells. Consider learning Foresight. This spell grants a creature you touch the ability to see into the immediate future. Level 20. You get additional magic secrets. Consider taking Wish and Shape Change. First, we have Wish. Wish is considered the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. By simply speaking aloud, you can alter the very foundations of reality in accordance with your desires. The basic use of this spell is to duplicate any other spell of 8th level or lower without needing to meet any requirements of that spell. This includes costly components, which aren't required for a Wish spell. No spell slot is consumed for the duplicated spell, and you don't need to have it prepared. Wish can also create other effects, but they come with greater risk and are up to the DM's discretion. Here are a few examples. Creating an object, you might wish for a powerful artifact or a huge amount of gold. For instance, I wish for the legendary Staff of the Magi. However, if you wish for something too extravagant, the wish might only partially come true. For example, you might get a replica of the artifact that doesn't have the legendary item's powers, or the gold could appear in a dangerous location. Rewriting recent history, perhaps you made a grave mistake in a battle or diplomatic encounter. You might say, I wish we had never fought the dragon, causing the events of the past day to rewrite themselves. But this can be risky. Perhaps the dragon, no longer angry at your party, attacks a nearby village instead. Gaining a powerful ability, you could wish for the strength of a giant, the wisdom of a sage, or the charisma of a great leader. For example, I wish to have the strength of the mightiest stone giant. This could have unexpected side effects, though, like turning you into a stone giant or making you the target of other creatures seeking your power. Second, we have Shape Change. The Shape Change spell allows you to assume the form of different creatures. You transform into an average specimen of that creature, one without any class levels or the spellcasting trait. Your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the chosen creature, though you retain your alignment and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. You also retain all of your skill and saving throw proficiencies. You can change your form using an action on your turn. The transformation lasts for a set duration or until you drop to 0 hit points or die. Here are some examples. Scouting and Exploration. If your party needs to scout ahead in an area, you could transform into a bird or a rat to avoid detection. For example, I cast Shape Change to become a hawk, flying high above to survey the land below. Battle. If your party is in combat, you might transform into a powerful creature to deal with the threat. For instance, seeing the dragon before us, I cast Shape Change and turn into a T-Rex, ready to fight fire with ferocity. Infiltration. If you need to infiltrate a location, you could change into a creature that is expected to be in that area. For example, to infiltrate the Goblin Fortress, I cast Shape Change to turn into a goblin. And there you have it, folks. This Bard Wizard build perfectly showcases how one can seize control of the dice, from the battlefield to the narrative. The combination of Bard and Wizard classes offers a fantastic range of magical abilities and affords a considerable degree of versatility and adaptability. Your College of Lore Bard spells and abilities such as cutting words and bardic inspiration can greatly influence dice roll outcomes in your favor. By reducing enemy rolls or bolstering those of your allies, you create a world where chance leans on the side of your party. Add to that the multi-class into Wizard, specifically the School of Divination, you further increase your influence over the dice. The Portent feature at level 2 lets you foresee the future, replacing any rolls with pre-rolled d20s from the beginning of the day. Imagine the power to change a critical hit into a miss, or transform a failed saving throw into a success. In a nutshell, if you're a player who enjoys controlling the randomness of dice in D&D, this build is just for you. The synergy of Bard and Wizard spells and abilities allows for fantastic manipulation of dice rolls, offering a sense of control over the game's events like no other. With smart use of these abilities, you can tip the scales in your favor, controlling the often uncertain ebb and flow of battle and destiny. And that's it for today's video. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. If you have any questions or would like to share your experiences with this build, please feel free to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep those dice rolling.